The two-child benefit cap is cruel. No child should be punished because their parents can't afford to support them. No child should go hungry. No child should starve. No child should have to know poverty. No pregnant woman should have to face breaching their faith because their money simply doesn't stretch far enough for another child. The Tories say they introduced this policy because families receiving benefits should be forced to face the same financial decisions other families do when having a child. But no child chooses to be born. No child chooses to starve. That is the false prospectus the Labour government has sadly endorsed. We know that scrapping the cap could lift hundreds of thousands of children out of poverty, and simply taxing the unearned wealth like earned income and tackling tax avoidance could more than fund it. If rich people can afford to corrupt our politicians by showering them with VIP tickets and thousands of pounds worth of clothes and glasses, they can afford to pay their fair share in taxes. But Labour sources in government are calling this a virility test for the new government. I hope everyone agrees with me that is disgusting. Some outside this room seem to be treating child poverty like a political game. That is frightening. I am a survivor of child poverty. I grew up with a disabled Muslim mum in a household with 7 children. She didn't choose to have so many children, but multi-child births and her religious beliefs brought me into this world. My earliest memories include my bed being taken away by Bright House while I was in primary school, cleaning dishes at my primary school's breakfast club to earn a free spot so that we didn't go hungry, and being bullied for it. Terrified to tell my mum after I lost my school blazer, wearing the same uniform for most of secondary school. Being left out of school trips because of not being able to afford the fee, and watching my mum cry into her purse. This isn't a game for me. This isn't a game for Newham's children. And I grew up under the previous Labour government, before the two-child cap. I cannot imagine how much worse things would have been with the child benefit she received slashed by the Tory two-child benefit cap. I am confident I could not have made it here today if I had grown up under this policy. Now today, under the two-child benefit cap, 50% of children in Newham live in poverty. 32% of children are facing food insecurity. Bangladeshi and Pakistani communities, which make up so much of our vibrant community in Newham, are disproportionately impacted by this cap. The economic and societal impacts of child poverty cost the UK £39 billion every year. If the moral case for scrapping the cap somehow doesn't convince you, the economic case is clear. I'm proud that campaigning on the cap by Green and Labour MPs have led to an announcement of a new child poverty unit. But if you had told me 7 Labour MPs had been suspended, I would never in a million years have guessed it was for failing to vote in support of the two-child benefit cap. Last month, Newham Labour reiterated their opposition to the cap in response to my question. Now is the time for this borough to tell this child poverty unit what it needs to hear. The two-child benefit cap must go. Newham led the way on a free school meal programme for primary school children, which is now a national movement. Research by the National Education Union as part of their No Child Left Behind campaign has found 71% of the public support extending free school meals to all children. The public knows what should be obvious. Children don't stop needing to eat when they start secondary school. Tower Hamlets is already funding free school meals for secondary school children too. We cannot allow our children to be left behind. We know that Conservative government decimated local government finance, but Newham has been spending £6 million per year on the primary school Eat for Free programme, which is now funded by the Mayor of London. It is vital this funding remains dedicated to tackling child poverty. And now is exactly the time to put the pressure on Angela Rayner and Rachel Reeves to provide the funding we need to continue leading the way on fighting poverty. Councillors have a choice tonight. For all the talk of difficult decisions, this is not one. Vote to take action against child poverty now. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor.